Today, Tuesday, the 5th of November 2024, we have some hand-picked event match predictions to share with you, which will be backed up by some stats and analytics to help you make your picks in this list to boost your winning by a greater percent. And to those of you who want to have access to our hand-picked membership soccer match prediction picks based on our top 10 and top 15 lists, which we share to members only with huge win rate, then of course you want to make sure that you join the Level 2 Pro membership package plan to start to have access to all of these features to take your winning to the next level. To those of you who want to join, the link is below this video description. You want to go ahead, navigate and join to become a member of the Level 2 Pro plan to start to have access to our top 10 and top 15 events, match prediction picks, as well as our big league match prediction events, which we share to members only. Without wasting time, I'm going to begin with the first match picks of our today's list. Looking at the first event, we're looking at Europe Champions League, a match between PSV Eindhoven against Girona. Looking at the recent performance of PSV Eindhoven, they have proved to be good. Girona, on the other hand, also proved that they are good in terms of scoring, having four goals per each event. For this particular event, of course, we want to look at PSV Eindhoven to either lead this match or to have a double chance. This is because, of course, PSV Eindhoven have shown recent improvement in terms of the recent game they have had. And of course, looking at the possibility of either PSV Eindhoven to take the lead or have a double chance is our major pick for this particular event. Looking at the next, we are looking still in the Champions League, but this time Liverpool against Bayer Leverkusen. Looking at the recent events of Liverpool, they have proved to be great, especially recent match they have had in the Premier League itself as well as in the EFL Cup. They have also had games in the Champions League against Leipzig and also recent event they have had, comparing that of Leverkusen on the other hand, whose performance also have been amazing based on recent event they have had. Looking at the stance comparison of these two, of course, we want to look at these two. Liverpool sits on the second position based on recent event they have had. 3 wins, they have had that is 3 matches played, 3 wins, 6 goals scored, and 1 goal conceded. That's a very good offense, and the defense is also good. Leverkusen also on the other hand proved to be also good at offense, and defense is also good. These two teams are coming to meet, and of course, since this is the Champions League, both of the two sides want to impress. As a result, we're looking at two major picks here in full time. For this tournament, of course, both of the two sides are very good in terms of offense. And looking at the fact that it is a Champions League and each of these two will want to impress to see how they can have points to move further on the league table, of course, we are looking at high shots on and off target, resulting to goals possibility. So we want to look at least 1.5 goals to occur in this match in full time or 2 goals over. These are our two major picks for this event. Looking at the next, we are looking at staying in the Champions League, but this time a match between Real Madrid, of course, playing against AC Milan. For this particular tournament, we are looking at the recent event being played by Real Madrid. As you can see, they had a loss, 4-0 loss recently against Barcelona. And looking at AC Milan, on the other hand, they have proved to be average. Of course, comparing these two in terms of recent event, these two have had, we want to look at the stands, and you're going to see that Real Madrid proved to be better here. For 3 events played, they have had 2 wins, scoring 8 goals and conceding 4. But that of AC Milan, on the other hand, proved that the offensive power is not very strong and the defense is average. And looking at everything in place, we want to look at two major picks for this event in full time. For this tournament, of course, the match play event by Real Madrid have shown improved performance, and the offense is better as compared to that of its opponent. And since they have high offense and the defense of its opponent is not very strong or tight, of course, the home team, Real Madrid, will want to take advantage of the average defense of the opponent. So we are looking at Real to lead this match in full time or to give it a double chance. These are our major pick for this event. Looking at the next, we still look at Champions League, but this time Sporting against Man City. Of course, looking at the recent gameplay between these two comparison, Sporting have proved to be very offensive based on recent event they have had, scoring between 3 to 5 goals per each event. Man City, on the other hand, of course, have also proved that they can score at least between 1 to 2 and even 5 goals per each event based on recent game they just had in the Champions League against Sparta Prague. Looking now at the stance of these two in terms of recent event they have had, and of course, looking at Man City, they sit on the third position, and for three events played, they have scored up to 9 goals. That is very offensive and very defensive. They have not yet conceded any. Looking at that of Sporting, on the other hand, of course, they are not very. Let's check at Sporting. You're going to see that Sporting here, they are not as very offensive as Man City, and the defense is also good. And looking at everything here, we want to look at two major picks in this event in full time. For this tournament, of course, both of the two sides, especially Man City, proved to be very, very offensive. And Sporting, which is the home, of course, is trying also to be very defensive here. And since both of the two sides are very good in terms of strike power, there'll be more shoots on and off targets, resulting to more blocks, as well as leading to deflection, causing corner kicks. Of course, as well as the possibility of goals, we want to look at two major options. First, we want to look at at least 1.5 goal in this match in full time. And secondly, we're looking at 7.5 or 8.5 corner kicks to occur in this match in full time. These are our two major picks for this particular event. Looking at the next, we still look at Champions League, but this time Dortmund against Tom Grass. Looking at this, the recent performance of Dortmund based on the stands, you're going to see that Dortmund here proved to be better. They sit on the 11th position for three events played. They have scored up to 12 goals. That's an average goal score rate of 4, and the defense is average comparing to that of Storm Grass. On the other hand, the offense is not very good, but the defense is weak. And looking at everything in place, we want to look at two major picks for this event in full time. For this tournament, of course, Dortmund have proved to be more offensive, and the defense of its opponent, Storm Grace, is not very strong. So we are looking at Dortmund to either lead this match in full time or to give it a double chance, since its offense is very high and the defense of its opponent is not very strong or tight. So these are our two major picks, Dortmund to either lead or to give Dortmund a double chance for this event. Looking at the next, we are looking at England in the EFL Trophy. Peterborough against Crystal Palace. For this event, of course, looking at the recent performance of these two, they are good in terms of scoring, and of course, the defense is not very strong. Looking at the stands and comparing the stand of these two in terms of form, we are going to see that these two teams sit on the first and second position. While the offense is good, both of the two sides have good offense, and the defense is average. And looking at everything, we want to look at two major picks here in full time. For this event, of course, we want to look at least 1.5 goals occur in this match in full time. Looking at the next, we're looking at England in the National League Cup, a match between Rochdale against Blackburn, U21. Of course, based on this event, we want to look at the comparison of these two in terms of the stands. And looking here, we're going to see that these two teams are sitting on the fourth and fifth position. While Blackburn is good at the defense is not also very strong. But Rochdale has not yet had any game recently. And looking at the recent performance of Rochdale based on recent event they have had, they are also good in terms of offense, and the defense is weak. And looking at everything in place, we want to look at two major picks here in full time. For this tournament, of course, well, we want to look at least 1.5 goal in this match in full time as our major pick for this event, since both sides offense is good, but the defense is very weak. So 1.5 is our major pick for this particular event. Looking at the next, we're looking at National League Cup England, this time Boston United against Sunderland. Looking at the recent performance of the home, they are very weak and conceding. The Sunderland, on the other hand, is very strong based on recent events they've had. And comparing these two in terms of stand, of course, you're going to see that here they have in place almost of equal stands here. But of course, Boston is more conceding and Sunderland is good. And looking at everything in place, we want to look at two major picks here in full time. For this event, the offense of Sunderland is very high and the defense of the home is weak. As a result, at least 1.5 goal or 2 goals over is what we want to look at for this event in full time. Looking at the next, we're looking at England in the Professional Developmental League, the match between Sheffield United against Hull U21. Of course, the recent performance of these two have proved that they're good in terms of goal scoring. You can see the rating for Sheffield, they are good. That for Hull City, on the other hand, is also very good. And looking at the stands, these are two teams being placed here based on form. You're going to see on the first and third position two very offensive teams. While Sheffield sits on the first, they have had 11 matches, 9 wins. You can see up to 41 goals scored, good offense, and the defense is not that very, very tight. And Hull City, also on the other hand, is also good at scoring. And looking at everything in place, we want to look at two major picks for this event in full time. Looking at this, of course, both of the two sides are good at offense, and the defense is not that very tight, and both of the two sides will impress. resulting to more shoots on and off target, which will lead to goals. So we are looking at least 1.5 goals to occur in this match in full time or 2 goals over. Looking at the next here, we are looking at England in the Saudi Premier League Central, a match between Lowestoft against Hallswood. In this event, of course, both of the two sides are also good in terms of scoring, and the defense is not very strong. And comparing this in terms of the stand, of course, you're going to see that these are two sides based on form comparison. I will screw here, and you're going to see two teams here being placed on the third and seventh position. The offense is good and the defense is weak. Both of the two sides are good at offense and the defense is weak as well. And we are looking at two major picks here in full time. For this event, of course, both of the two sides are good at offense and the defense is not very tight, resulting to the fact that the impression rate will be high, causing much goals here. So at least 1.5 goal in full time or 2.5 goal to occur in this match is our two major picks. And to those of you who want to have access to our big league events like the Champions League, the Premier League, Bundesliga, and other big league match events which we share to members only, then of course you want to make sure that you subscribe to the Level 2 Pro membership package plan, as well as having access to all our top list of top 10 and top 15 game prediction based on 1.5 and 2.5 goals and corner kick event with huge odds and huge win rate to take your winning to the next level. Then of course you want to make sure to join the Level 2 Pro plan to have access to all of these features to take your winning to the next level. For those of you who want to join, the link is below this video. Just click on it, navigate and join to start to have access to all of these features to take your winning to the next level. Good luck and see you again in the next upload, and bye bye for now.